All right. The Kamp podcast is back. This week we have some of my favorite people in the world, very good friends, amazing musicians, Dylan, Faye, and Christian Arroz of Barefoot.
Arroz.
Nice.
We got Barefoot on the Kamp pod.
Did I say your last name right?
It's Arroz.
It's Arroz. It's rice.
I mean, yeah. Well, rice is 2 R's. I only have 1.
He was trying
Close enough, though.
He was trying
Right?
to impress you with his accent.
I did. When Andy passed away, I got Duolingo and I spent 6 hours a day trying to learn Spanish for a couple weeks because I was just losing my fucking mind. And that's as far as I got was Arroz. So,
I don't think those apps help very much.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I tried to get it for when I went to Italy.
Yeah.
Didn't work. All I did was find a phrase online, type it in my phone, and just remember that and just say that a bunch of times.
Donde el bagno?
Yeah.
El bagno. Everything I said to them, they wouldn't understand when I was in Italy. Because you went first and then you told me like things to do. And I was just like, all right. And everything I would say, I would have to say it in like the most stereotypical Italian accent. Otherwise they wouldn't like know what I was talking about. I went to go try to buy cigarettes because everybody was smoking cigarettes and I was like, fuck it. Like I'm back on. I'm just going to hot turkey some cigarettes right now and go back on them. And I walked into the store and I was like, you guys have like cigarettes? And he's like, what? And I was like, a cigarette. Yeah. I fucking got you.
If that's the right way to say it.
Yeah, you just had to say it like Mario.
Yeah. It was so bad. They probably fucking hated me. But they seem like they actually appreciate it when you try instead of just being like, why don't you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I just learned how to say, can I have another beer?
A chicken tender.
Yeah.
Un'altra birra.
A chicken tender.
Is that it? Un'altra birra.
Yeah.
That's the only other word.
Posso avere un'altra birra.
I said, I learned, where's the bathroom and another beer. That's the only words I learned. Oh, shit. That's funny, man.
So for people that don't know Barefoot, so a lot of our AZ fans probably know who Barefoot is because you guys have played quite a bit of shows with Katastro.
Yep.
We've done a lot of shows together.
A lot.
Yeah. Yeah. How many? A lot.
I don't even know how many shows we played. So
you guys have honestly probably played like 20 something shows.
Yeah.
With us.
Yeah. At least.
It's got to be a lot. Yeah. Cause like we would have you guys open and then you guys would bring like Dylan, you'd bring 30 family members. And then we're just like, oh, these kids sell tickets. And you guys would always like consistently sell a lot of tickets, and that's what like got our attention. We're like,
well, that was also the stress from Gonzo being like, you better fucking sell something.
He really Gonzo's our manager, and he would put on their shows and stuff. But like he put that fear in us when we were a really young band, was that you have to sell tickets. You're only worth as much as the tickets that you sell, and like that was like
he taught
really
us capitalism.
Us,
He taught us capitalism at a very young age.
Oh yeah, we had to. But I mean, like it works because you sell more tickets and more people are like willing to have you on the show. And that's kind of like, we had you guys on it, and I'm trying to like remember how we became friends, but
I feel like the first show we played was at the Marquee, I think.
Yeah, it was at the Marquee.
I don't remember what it was for, but it was like, not like a showcase, but it was just like something you guys were throwing, and there were like multiple bands on it.
There was like
and we were one of
Sunset Voodoo and another band.
Oh man, I forgot about all this.
Cool.
Yeah.
It was either that or what was the block party thing?
Oh yeah, maybe that was the Casa Block Party.
That might have been the
Avenue.
second one. I think
that was the first one, I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
When did you guys start the band?
Shit, almost 10 years ago now?
Yeah, we're approaching 10 years from our first release. So I would say officially probably 9.5 years or so.
Most bands don't make it to 10 years. That is a
yeah, you still might not.
Yeah.
We still got a few months.
Yeah. Well, I'll do my best to break you guys out. I've done, we've done a ton of shows together. I did some songwriting with you guys too, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Having you guys in the studio. You guys have also used the Kamp recording studios to track your own stuff sometimes, and
that studio's awesome.
Yeah, man.
So why not use it?
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's always just been a good time. I remember we never like really hung out or anything, and I had gone to this like food and wine festival all day, and I was kind of toasted, and I decided to go to Churchill after and randomly ran into Dylan and his entire family all in wigs.
Oh, is that the day?
That was the first time that we like hung out, I think. And we went out all night. It was just so much fun. And we were all just wearing wigs. And then ever since then, like, I feel like everything I'm doing when I'm going and doing something, it's usually with you and
my family,
your family.
Yeah.
And Cass. Yeah.
We were doing, we do like a bar crawl, themed bar crawl for my sister's and my dad's birthday. So I think that's what it was.
Yeah, remember the year where everybody took mushrooms and then everybody got COVID like 2 days later? And everyone was like, I think it was the mushrooms.
Yeah.
And that's like announcement of COVID.
I don't know if I got sick.
I didn't get COVID, but you
Dude,
did.
that was fucked up. Yeah, that was bad.
Oh, you had passed out before anything had even happened.
Yeah, I passed out and then I woke up in the middle of the night.
With COVID.
Everyone was tripping.
It was really funny. Yeah, so I'm trying to think of some of the other themes we've done. We did.
Oh, wait. I remember that night because Ryan sent me and Tanner a text. Did you take some?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Ryan sent me and Tanner a text that was so out of character of Ryan. He was being really nice and telling us how much he loved us. And it was more clear than ever that he indeed was on mushrooms.
Yeah.
Because he was just like, dude, I love you guys so much. I just did mushrooms for the first time in like 10 years.
Yeah, dude, they scare me, man. I get so scared. We one year we did like Adidas jumpsuits where everybody just wore ridiculous Adidas jumpsuits. It's always fun.
Yeah,
Every year
that's
I
a cool one.
I look forward to that.
Yeah.
What was the one this year?
And what did we do?
Did we do one this year?
It was Barbie themed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It was pink. I didn't have any pink on.
I didn't either. I just wore regular clothes.
We gave up.
I know. We need to come back stronger next year.
do a Juggalo theme.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. Dude, one time we played a show. It was Halloween in Orlando, and we were opening up for Pepper, and we all dressed like Juggalos. And we played, like, the makeup looked really good, and we all got ICP shirts, and we went on stage. And
Probably
that
got
night,
some ICP fans.
dude, people were like, I didn't know y'all were Juggalos. Damn, bro.
They were down with it?
They were down with the clown, bro. They loved it. It was mad motherfucking clown love up in there.
Dude,
that's what they
sick.
say. And they just kept telling us to get on video and be like, dude, my brother's gonna love you guys. I was like, dude. It's like, this is a joke, man. We do not like this.
Well, you
I
mean
want
some
you to
fans.
know.
Dude, I just remember, I remember all of us tripping out about putting that on our faces because we were like, dude, this is going to mess our skin up so bad. And I couldn't imagine doing that every night, dude. Having to put that oily shit all over your face.
They're used to it now. I mean, it's just a part of life.
I feel like they walk around.
You're a Juggalo.
Did you see that one of the dudes from Insane Cowboys who was on Kill Tony?
Yeah. He was kind of funny. I mean, he wasn't funny, but it was like a good...
Violent J or Shaggy 2
It was Violent. It was Violent J.
So for the record, everybody should know that Christian, like any band that is just absolutely horrible and everybody hates, Christian is a huge fan of.
I love it.
And he slowly got me into like you got me into Death Grips and
100 Gex.
The Garden.
Do you fuck with 100 Gex?
I don't fuck with 100 Gex. I do not like 100 Gex.
Okay.
There's some songs I like.
I think the production's cool. It's interesting. It's just not my like style.
Yeah, it's kind of
yeah,
fucked up.
It's fucked up. But do you like clowncore?
I do. Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just watched the live stream at Coachella because I don't know, because my wife wanted to watch it, and I was like, oh shit, clowncore is playing. I got to see what they do. And it's a side project. Let's do Lewis Cole, who's like a crazy jazz musician, drummer, like multi-instrumentalist. He's like seriously so insanely talented. It's him and this saxophone player, and they both dress like clowns. And they post videos, and it's them two in a porta potty with the drum set, just doing the most ridiculous. It's like Death Grips, but with jazz elements of it. It's so fucking weird. And they dress like clowns, and so when they're playing all this fast stuff, and they stop, and they both freeze in whatever position until the next song starts.
It's pretty cool.
It's
and
cool.
they'll be in like a van driving around and stuff.
And he's like playing drums like insane and playing the keys at the same time. They're both like absolutely nuts.
Yeah, they're really good musicians.
What time was their set at Coachella?
I think it was like, it had to have been like 3 or 4. I'm not sure exactly, but it was like during the middle of the day.
Right.
And they were in like one of the dark tents, and their backdrop was just LED wall of like surgeries mixed with like family barbecues. It was the weirdest shit.
Well, I saw videos on TikTok of people like came to Coachella to see like all these crazy artists, and they were like confused as fuck about clowncore.
I've gone to Coachella a bunch of times, and this was the first year where I was not sad at all that I was not there.
I heard it wasn't that good this year.
I didn't know anybody on the fucking lineup. It's one of those things where I'm like, dude, I'm old. I don't know any of these fucking names, and the names I do know, I don't care to see at all.
No, not 3 days of festival to see a couple people you like.
I'm not going to pay thousands of dollars to see Clown Core. I'll probably pay like $100 to see Clown Core, but I'm not going to pay thousands of dollars to see.
I went to Coachella once. It was in 2010. Me and Tanner and Andy went together. Did you go to that with us?
I didn't go, no.
Who was on that one?
It was actually pretty sick. We saw Atoms for Peace, which was Tom York's new band.
Yeah.
I think Tom York and Flea.
Mm-hmm.
Jay-Z, the Gorillaz, De La Soul. We saw RX Bandits played that year, I think.
Yeah, it was like super early. It was like 2 p.m.
Yeah, and people were like passing out in the crowd because it's so hot. We actually went to Coachella. Like we had a tent.
Yeah.
And roughed it out. And I don't think I've ever been that dehydrated in my life by the end of those 3 days.
I've never been. The one time we were supposed to go, I sold my tickets to go to Europe.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Did you end up going to that or no? Did you sell your tickets
I think
too?
you sold yours too. Didn't you?
I think I sold, but I ended up going.
Oh, you did?
I think I did go, yeah.
How was it?
I mean, it's just I'm getting too like my anxiety was so fucking bad at the time too. Like for most of my life it was like really bad. Just now I'm starting to feel like I can actually enjoy doing things again, you know? But Coachella is fucking horrible if you have terrible anxiety because it's like the biggest crowds, the biggest lines. And it's like even when you start to kind of forget and you're like having fun, you're drinking, whatever. I was in the crowd. Then they show like an aerial shot of just 200,000 kids and you know you're in the middle and you're just like, oh fuck. It's so scary. And so like, it's just so fucking hot, you know, and you just don't feel good because you're not sleeping well. And I don't know. So that was like that. Then we started doing like the nicer camping areas and we liked, and then the last year I went, I got a hotel. But with the hotel, it was just like, it was so hot and I'd just be like, dude, I'm not going until 6 tonight.
Right.
And it was just kind of like a waste.
Yeah, I can't car camp. I'm too bougie for that. I would want to stay somewhere.
No, I like the camping.
And shower and not have to wait. I see the lines are like an hour and a half to try to get in this shower line. I'm like, fuck that.
I just wouldn't shower.
Dude, This is kind of a funny story. One year, this was so long ago, dude. This was like probably 7 or 8 years ago. We had a new manager at the time that had just started working with us, and he got us like an acoustic show at Zia Records. And so it was already planned out for like a month. Like you guys are gonna be doing an acoustic set. You're gonna like sign stuff for fans. Like it was a whole thing. And the day before the show, Andy decided he was gonna go to Coachella, and all of us like, dude, we literally have a show tomorrow because one of our friends who is very well known, like he's a famous dude, has a big house that he was gonna purchase or like rent.
Right.
And all the homies are gonna go there.
They own that house
and party. Oh, did they own it? Well. So Andy decides the day before this show, like, fuck this, I'm going to Coachella. and we're like on the phone. I'm like, dude, we just started working with this dude. He got us the show. Like, you can't go to Coachella. Like, we have a show tomorrow. And it was just this huge thing. And
I remember him being like, dude, I'm not going to miss going to Coachella at so-and-so's house with all this shit so that we can fucking play at Zia Records. And it kind of like made us all be like we were arguing and we were mad, but then while we were mad and arguing, we're like, we get it. Like,
and so like, I remember me, because I was always the one to like call Andy and like tell him what's up and like, you know, really dig into him. And I remember him telling me on the phone, like, dude, I get it, you guys are mad. I can accept that, but I will not regret this decision.
So true.
But
it's so funny looking back, though, because I remember being so worked up and angry about it.
Yeah.
Just because of, like, his priorities were just, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in retrospect, it's like, well, it was.
Did he play the show? He got to it?
No.
No,
Dude, he went to Coachella.
Oh, I thought it was like the next day or something.
It's like, dude, you're going to go into a mansion with all these girls and endless whatever you want instead of coming with us to play Zia Records tomorrow.
What are you trying to tell me right now?
Fucking serious? Yeah, that's funny. Coachella, it's fun. Like, I did enjoy camping when I would go, because that was like the most fun to me. Like, my favorite part of the whole thing was the Thursday before it started, when everybody gets their camping, there's no bands or anything, and you're just walking around this, like, there's 100,000 kids all partying intense, and like I would go with 20 people, so we'd have 20 tents over next to each other. It was really fun to just be like, dude, I don't know, hanging out.
Yeah.
That Thursday night, when we went, the Thursday night that you get there, you get your campsite, the festival hasn't started yet. That night, these kids near us in their camp were up all night until 6 a.m. screaming and just doing drugs.
Yeah.
And so like we started off the festival on, that Friday morning with no sleep at all because everyone was just making so
I
much
feel like
noise.
you're not getting sleep that entire weekend.
No.
So
Bro.
that's another thing why I couldn't do it.
That Thursday, the last time I went and camped there, on Thursday I got in and I drank 20 something beers that day, and then I woke up and the festival hadn't even started yet, and I was just like,
Hungover.
oh my god, I fucked up so
it's
bad.
gonna be a rough
like the
day.
whole weekend is just going to be so fucked. I knew it.
Got to party through it.
It's fun though. It was fun. It's so fucking hot. I don't know the artists anymore. It's cool if you like have, if you have like 3 or 4 main artists that you're like really, really want to see, then it can be fun because you can just walk around, hit bars. There's cool restaurants in there, and like it's just kind of like wild art exhibits and stuff. So I get it. I don't know. I think it might be
It's too much.
too much for me now. I think I'm done.
Yeah,
with
we're
it.
too old.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I've
too
seen
old.
someone do like the breakdown of like the cost too. And it's like, if you see a significant amount of artists, you're paying like $40 per artist, but it still doesn't meet how much the ticket is actually going to cost you and
really?
all the like, all the other costs of like, food and shit.
Well, yeah, and you go and you grab a drink. It takes like an hour. You're missing like you're never. Every time I go, like I don't see the people I want to see. I barely like
Yeah.
see anyone.
There's also this situation at big festivals like that where depending on the group of people that you're with,
Oh.
Sure.
there's going to be some major disagreements on what
Yeah.
sets you're going to see. And then there's going to be, you go with your girl and her favorite artist
Yeah.
is, Beyonce,
Something like that.
but you're trying to see clowncore.
Yeah.
And they're both on at the
I
same
want to see
time.
Doja Cat.
What are we doing here?
Dude,
what's
that
going to
happened.
happen?
One year, Mont got she got food poisoning like Thursday night, so like right before it started. And so the whole weekend she was pretty much like stuck in the tent. Like I couldn't imagine having food poisoning in a tent where it's like 100 degrees. Dude, at Coachella. And so I was like, dude, I don't know what to do. It's like I didn't want to leave because I was kind of fighting and didn't want to go in the first place. And then she made me spend all that money and we went, and I was just like, dude, I don't want to leave, but like she's so sick. And so I was just like, fuck it, I'm going to go in alone. And I like went into Coachella alone, and I was just like, who's on? And, just got
Walked
drinks
around
and just
by
ran
yourself.
from like, I was like, I saw Kaytranada. It was the only time I've ever seen like everybody I wanted to see that damn. And it was actually really fun to just be like free. Like I'd be like watching it, I'd be like, all right, I'm kind of bored of this. And I'd just run somewhere else.
Yeah. Wait, wasn't Coachella where you made it backstage for Blink?
Yeah, I went backstage last year at Coachella.
I got a text from Ryan out of nowhere and said, I'm standing backstage looking at Travis Barker right now.
I think you texted me that too.
And my heart sank with
Yeah.
jealousy.
I knew it
Were
would.
you like you could walk up to him and say hi if you wanted to?
If I wanted to, yeah, I just didn't because I didn't want to be that guy. But
Yeah.
they did have an open bar back there.
If you were me, you would have, and you'd have reason to because you have a Blink-182 tattoo on your left butt cheek.
That's true. If I was you, I
Would you
it.
have shown him it?
I absolutely just would have like casually walked by him and then just
Mooned him?
slipped the cheek out. Like, because I know he'd smile.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
The
Oh,
Kardashians would arrest you.
He would
The
blush.
Kardashians were.
I get tackled by Kim's or
Bodyguard.
Courtney. Sorry, Courtney's bodyguard.
Oh wow. Yeah, I don't know. You've never seen like your girlfriend or wife or whatever act differently than when they're in the same room as the Kardashians. It's instant. It happens so quick, and you're just like, keep your shit together. Like, don't fucking say anything. Don't go anywhere. Don't take pictures. Don't be fucking weird.
Just the phone sliding up.
It's immediate. And even if they're like, oh, I don't like the Kardashians, I don't do it. You're in the same room as them, they start acting different. It's
All right.
funny.
If there's one person that you'd actually get like really weird and nervous about if you walked into an elevator and this one person's you have to share this elevator ride with them, and it's not like a 10-second elevator ride. It's like you're in a skyscraper in New York City going up 80 floors. So it's going to be a ride. It's going to be a ride.
Who would you be the most
Yeah, like
nervous?
who do you think would like it would just like it'd be
That's
hard
tough.
for you to
Yeah,
talk.
it's tough. I feel like
You'd freak out.
I
You'd
freak.
be
I like excited to see or like just
any,
nervous.
like nervous.
both. I don't care. Nervous, excited.
I'm like when it's like a stranger or something, I'm just weird in general. So like if I'm in an elevator with like the CEO of my job, like I'm like just like
That's a good answer. The
sitting there
CEO
like
of my
quietly
job.
like not fucking saying anything. Like so I wouldn't know unless it was like, okay, I have one experience coming home from a trip and Matthew McConaughey was
Oh, dude, I'd get
at
so
baggage
nervous.
claim. He was on my flight and I remember like seeing him have like an escort to the bags and people were trying to like walk up to him and like, you know, bother him. And he was like, they were like pushing him.
All right.
Yeah, no. So
I was fucking waiting for him to do that.
exactly at the time.
He had that loaded.
At the time, I was like, I'm gonna go grab my bag. I was gonna go grab my bag and like say something to him, and I fucking walked up. And Cassidy has a picture of this of me just like nervously grabbing my bag and just looking up. And I'm like peering up at Matthew McConaughey, and we like caught eyes. I swear to God, I wanted to be like, all right, or something like that, but I fucking panicked and I
You
just grabbed
realize,
my
like,
bag
I
and
don't know
walked
if you
away.
guys know this, but he does not wear deodorant. And do you know why?
No,
It's because his natural scent is so good.
Oh, okay.
I heard him say it on
Bullshit.
Oprah. He said it on Oprah, and I'm pretty sure it's true.
I mean,
He doesn't strike me as
people without deodorant. And I'm
Dude,
like,
I heard this thing on a
fuck you.
podcast that Korean people don't have body odor, and I've just been spreading it like it's fact. I have no idea if it's true, but I've told at least 15 people in the last like 2 months that Korean people don't smell bad. And I think we should look it up.
It's
like I
what's
need to
interesting.
stop just starting this rumor about.
What's
Korean.
interesting is I've met a few people recently that have told me that, and it's probably just people that you told. That's new information to
They're
you.
like, dude, did you know? It's one of the most insane things, and I swear to God, I'm not trying to start a
Where did
rumor.
you hear it from?
I don't remember, dude.
This could be a
but I
racial. This could be a racial rumor.
but it's like a good one.
Yeah, that
It's
is.
like what if
very
you like
pro-Korean.
change stereotypes?
Yeah, I'd want that.
It is very pro-Korean.
Yeah, it's pro Korean. It's like they don't smell. They don't smell.
I'd get nervous for sure if I met Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool, dude.
I'm trying to think of who I would get nervous by. I mean, I was
who's,
like,
the coolest guy.
Guy Fieri.
This guy got held by Bill Clinton on a golf course.
Oh, that's true.
As
I
a
have
child.
a picture of me. I'm a child on a golf course.
Oh, dude, are you
He
sure?
wasn't holding me.
Hey,
no,
was
I'm
this-
Oh, I
standing
thought it
right
was
next
like-
to
I
him.
thought it was like
was the
holding
golf
it
course
on an
surrounded by
island.
water?
I was just gonna say
Were you
that.
on an island?
Were you on an island?
Did you happen to be on an island?
Was the bunker on just the outside all the way around?
No, this was in Wyoming, I believe.
Oh,
And
okay.
I was like 3 or 4, but yeah, I got a picture with him.
Was the golf course surrounded by water?
Oh shit, that's funny. I have a friend. It's always funny seeing like your friends' baby photos if they have somebody. My friend Aaron, who's like one of my closest friends, has a baby photo of him on, Aaron, on him on Mario Lopez's lap when he was a baby. I'm just like, how did this happen? And he's like, Mario Lopez was like friends with one of my cousins, I guess, and like came to a family party, and they made
He's a
all the
good-looking
babies
guy.
sit on his lap.
I worked with a girl whose uncle was Steven Seagal.
Dude, that is
And I
That
thought she
is-
was
that
lying
is
the whole
cool.
fucking time. I was like, you're lying. Like,
I
I don't
would-
believe you. And then she showed me a picture and at like a birthday party. And I was like, oh. Imagine being like a boyfriend trying to date that person and like you have to meet Steven Seagal.
yeah. You like shake his hands and you like
He does one of
jujitsus
he does
you.
one of
Yeah.
those like
Then you drop. I was thinking about the other day. I was gonna start. I probably should have said it out loud, but I always do really dumb shit when we're out drinking together. Like one time, I just decided halfway through that I was telling everybody that my dad was Andrew Dice Clay, but I thought of a new
character.
one. This because I would do this shit on tour too. I would just think of things and I would just be like, I'm gonna start doing this to like annoy people. But to just start acting like I'm a hypnotist that doesn't really know what he's doing and like walking up to people and just go, and sleep. And they not know what's going on or shake their hand, you jerk and you go, and sleep.
and sleep.
And sleep.
That's good.
That's a new one.
It's a good bit.
We got to try that one out.
Did anyone like,
I haven't done it yet. I
Oh.
literally, last night I was
Okay,
laying in
that's
bed and
good.
I'd be like, because I was thinking of a hypnotist. I watched some show and there was a hypnotist on it and he was like, yeah, let's see how you're doing. He shakes, all right, shake my hand and sleep. And he like jerks his hand and they go down. And I'm like, dude, that'd be so funny to shake somebody's hand, just go and sleep and nothing happens. They're just like, what the fuck? You're like, fuck. Just go to the next person.
I don't believe I can be hypnotized. I don't think it's real.
I don't think it's real either.
Do you think you're susceptible or whatever? Don't you have to be susceptible or something?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's real.
Yeah.
Dude, we need a hypnotist.
That's what I'm saying. Get him on the show and I'll come on. And
I don't feel comfortable subjecting myself to that unless it's someone I could trust.
Yeah.
Because that stuff freaks me out, dude.
I've heard people like quit cigarettes.
I know a few people that have done that. And they were extremely skeptic, like this is not real type thing. Yeah. And they, quit cigarettes or fix certain behavioral problems. That was from, I don't know, childhood stuff or whatever.
Right.
I don't know. I've never been.
You don't want them to open a door.
I just don't want to let someone in my brain like that.
I don't really believe it.
Crazy.
Well, I see like, you see those shows, they're like in a stadium or something and a bunch of people are like in chairs and they're all like falling over each other and stuff. I don't know. I think
like now you're naked. And then they wake up, they're like, freak out.
Isn't there, maybe you can look this up, Stevie. We don't have to dive into it, but I'm pretty sure there's like science and like research behind hypnotizing.
So there is. And
so like there is like, you actually can reach different, put people in a state of mind. That
the closest relation to it that like everybody experiences is what they say is like when you're driving, and you're thinking and you're just driving and then suddenly you look up and you're like 10 miles further than you were last time you realized you were paying attention. That's like kind of in the same form of hypnosis, I believe, where your brain, it kind of goes into autopilot. You're not really aware of what's going on, but obviously you were aware because you're still driving and you're in your lane and you're fine. So like you can go sometimes 30 minutes while you're driving and just be like, holy shit, I don't even remember driving for the last 30 minutes
so
or whatever.
It's just like zoning somebody's brain out kind of.
Yeah,
right?
But I don't get the sleep and they jerk their arm.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know if I believe that.
The only thing that would get me to
that
really
would wake
fully
my
believe
ass
in
up.
it.
I'm such a light sleeper. It'd be like, why are you shaking me? Like I'm awake.
I don't know. The only thing that could get me to fully believe is if we had one in here and he made me, like I saw a video of me doing something that I had no recollection of.
We should do it and I'll just watch. But you're the subject. You're the guinea pig.
I'll do it.
I'll watch.
I would love to see that.
I'm seriously going to look this up after.
I want to be here for that because I would love to watch that.
We could set up bleachers in the corner of the room and we can bring a bunch of friends and we can all watch Ryan and get hypnotized.
What if he was just like mean? He's just like, say something racist now. And he's like, no, look in the camera. Look in the camera and pull your dick out. He say something racist. Yeah, you're just like, oh.
It's
like, dude, I thought you were gonna make me like think I was wearing too big a hat or something. This is ridiculous.
I would have him. I would have him while you're under being hypnotized. I would have him erase all your memory of music theory and how to play bass.
That'd be funny.
And fishing.
And then for like the next,
you hate fishing.
He's like,
you do not like to fish.
That he goes to leave and then he gets in a car accident. I never get it uncursed and I'm just walking around with no knowledge of who I am.
It's like Shallow Hal. Shallow Hal likes a gal or something. That's the line, and he like snaps out of it.
Yeah, that movie's good. I mean, it's so insane that was like okay to make. Because like now it's just everything you watch from like that time, you're just like, dude, there's no way in hell any of this. Which is probably why there's no funny fucking movies anymore.
I rewatched Happy Gilmore and Dumb and Dumber last week.
So good.
Because they were like, they popped up on the like trending now on Netflix. And I was by myself laughing out loud for both movies the whole night.
That's how I am with like Austin Powers. I don't know why.
Austin Powers is so good.
I don't know why those movies are so fucking gold.
I've never seen it.
What?
You've never seen
any of them?
I told him that last week.
It blows my mind. He's never seen it. My dad and me and my brother would watch all the Austin Power movies. Yeah. So they're like, they hold a deep place in my childhood.
Hell yeah.
Nostalgic movie heart.
Yeah.
And dude, they're so good. Fat Bastard.
All of it.
You thought we were talking about you or what?
Yeah. I was talking about the movie, dude.
No, those movies.
I don't know
if
they're gonna be that good watching them when you're older though. Like, if you've never seen it before though, you're just gonna
I've
be
seen
like,
this
clips
is stupid on TV. Like it would be on TV and I'd watch like 20 minutes of it or something. I never watched all the way through. There's a lot of movies like that I just haven't like cared to see. Like Titanic, never watched. Like just like some of the classics that everybody has seen that I'm just like different.
The boat sinks.
Different, and I just don't want.
He only watches avant-garde movies. Like
or South Korean horror movie.
Like something about the Johnsons.
Oh yeah, that movie is fucked up. You showed us that at your studio,
dude. So you guys came in to record your own drums, right?
Yep.
And we decided, I was like, hey, I've got a really lighthearted movie. It's really funny. We should all watch it. And so while Christian's doing drums, I showed them this movie called There's Something About the Johnsons, I believe it's called. It's an Ari Aster film about like, I don't even know how to say what it's about without it just being so bad. But
just say it.
A guy sexually abuses his dad to death. It's a short film.
I don't know why I'm laughing.
It's a 20. But the funny part was that I didn't tell you guys what it was about. It just got weirder and weirder because it starts off.
Firsthand, I can say the most messed up movies I've ever seen in my life were from Ryan.
Yeah.
Or like we'd be on tour somewhere in a random city and have a night off. He'd be like, hey, you want to go to the movies, dude?
Yeah.
And I go to the movies with him thinking it's going to be an enjoyable experience. And I go in and see Midsummer.
Yeah.
Midsummer was actually a very well put together.
Well, we go see movies together whenever there's like a fucked up movie.
What was that one we
I think our merch guy got traumatized by you taking us to that movie on tour.
Yeah, he
wasn't ready for that.
He loved movie theaters, and he said he goes like every single day, and he loves popcorn. So he gets these 2 giant things of popcorn, and he was so sad because he's like the biggest Marvel movie fan. And I was like, we're not seeing that. We're going to see this movie. It's really good. You should watch it. And I'd already seen it. I knew what he was in for. And he's just him eating an entire fucking large thing of popcorn. And this like 70-year-old guy just jumps off a cliff and gets his head hammered.
Bro, during that scene when they jump off the cliff, I remember looking over and he was covering his eyes. He like didn't
It's so funny. I love watching I don't know, I like going to movies with you guys. We went and saw Beau is Afraid together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was the last one.
That one was weird.
There hasn't been really much good. I
remember leaning over halfway through that and being like, we're like 45 minutes into the movie, and I was like, are we supposed to understand what the fuck is going on?
No.
Yeah, he was like, no.
It's like,
I hate that feeling when it's the same feeling I'd get in high school when I'm 20 minutes into the class and I realize I'm past the point of any return. I wasn't paying attention. No one else around me can help me because it would just be too annoying for me to ask them to help me. I feel the same way in movies sometimes. Like if I'm not really paying attention, it's just like, oh, well, I'm just trapped here for 2 hours and I'm never going to know what's going on.
Yeah.
I think the point of that movie though was to not understand.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm usually trying to figure out like a plot or something. And I was like, I don't get this at all.
It was like a schizophrenic version of the movie Big Fish. That's how I felt about it. It's like a fantasy of like, Ari Aster's got like, because he did the same Mr. Johnson. He did Hereditary and Midsummer as well. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's got like mommy issues.
Something traumatic happened to that guy.
Yeah. every movie has like a psychotic, crazy fucking mom thing, except for Mr. Johnson's where it's the dad.
The dad.
Yeah.
Me and Ryan have spoken about this on the podcast quite a bit, but what movies as kids scared the shit out of you guys? Was there any any specific movies that like really freaked you out?
My dad showed me The Exorcist when I was 4 years old, and that scared the living hell out of me.
Dude,
my dad got me into horror movies like really young, and he would be that guy, coming up behind the couch and just freak us out when we were kids. But when I watched The Exorcist, and I don't know if anyone saw the original one. But like she makes those weird noises and shit. Okay. Well, I just recently watched that new one, and they have like some of the original actors and actresses in it.
Oh, really?
And it wasn't that bad, but she makes all those weird noises and shit when she's possessed. And I remember at the time I was living at our big ass house in Club West, and
okay, brag.
Like my parents had this big like house, and it was like I was the last kid, like always like awake, and like my cat saw another cat, and cats make those weird fucking noises. Yeah, it was like, like it was like 4 a.m, and I'm sitting in the dark and I'm going, oh my fuck. My heart was like, but it was just a cat.
What's yours?
I think it was Halloween 2 or 3. It's the one where Michael Myers isn't in it. Season of the Witch.
Oh, yeah.
When they put on those glasses and they watch the TV screen and their heads turn into pumpkins and like grasshoppers start flying out of it. That
Which
scared
one
the
was that?
shit
Was
out
that
of
3?
me. I think it's
I need to
3.
rewatch.
There's too many now.
Yeah.
For some reason, like to this day, if I see a photo of the Coneheads, I start feeling panicky. I don't know why.
Panicky?
Like there's something about like Coneheads, the dinosaurs, like real dinosaurs.
It's uncanny. That's the uncanny valley.
Like it fucks me up and I feel like sick. Like if I see a photo of Coneheads, I feel fucking gross.
That Jason.
Put one up on the screen right now.
No, I don't like it for some reason. Another time, the only time as an adult I've been like afraid of a movie was me and Andy watched. It was like Sinister, I think it was called. It was like with Ethan Hawke.
Yeah,
nothing that insane, but we both were split. We shared a room, and we both had twin beds on either side of the wall. And in the middle, we had like a dresser. And so we both set up our laptops and we both laid on the sides facing each other pretty much. And we were like, 1, 2, 3, start. And we'd start the movie with our headphones on.
Like a plane.
And we just watch it and we'd like look at each other. And after like it started getting like fucking creepy. And after the movie, we're both like, you know, in our underwear, in our beds. And we both lean up. And Andy's like, I was like, dude, that was kind of actually pretty creepy. He's like, yeah. He's like, should we like watch something happy now? And then he's like, let's just turn the lights on for a little bit. And we slept with the lights on. I was like 22. Oh man. Yeah, something about being scared though.
Yeah.
Now it's like for me the uncomfort. Like I like that.
Yeah, the uncomfortable feeling. I'm good with gore and stuff, but I do remember I watched a Jason movie when I was younger, and there was that nasty scene when that worm thing comes out of that girl's coochie.
Jesus.
I was eating Wendy's and I threw up.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I don't know how old I was, like 13 or something. And I was like, I barfed. It was like the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
That's gnarly.
But I'm good with gore.
Yours?
As a kid, The Sixth Sense scared me pretty bad,
dude.
Sixth Sense.
Yeah,
the one I really remember messing me up was Signs.
Signs?
Because when Signs came out, I was like 13, and I had been having alien dreams where I wake up in the middle of the night and I hear noises outside, and I open my blinds and it's dark out and there's aliens like hiding behind the cactuses, like looking at me. And it was like this overwhelming feeling of like they're not here to do good, like they're bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so when I saw Signs, dude, that movie scared the shit out of me. I went with all my friends to the mall, saw the movie, came home, and I couldn't sleep. So I went and slept in my parents' room on the floor.
Yeah.
And I was 13. It's so embarrassing.
Your parents are like, get the fuck out.
But that movie scared the shit out of me. That scene when he walks past
It's a classic.
the wall and it's like the Mexico
footage.
birthday party footage, like that. Oh, it
I
scared
saw
me
that
so
scene
much.
again. Like I saw that scene again, like last month, and I was like, oh shit, it's coming up, and it happens. I was like, dude, that scene kept me up. I don't know how he did it, but it's just like I didn't watch the whole movie, so out of context, it was just like nothing happened. But I remember specifically like being in theaters and seeing it and being terrified.
Jaws too.
Jaws
scared you?
Jaws made it to where like probably up until the age of 15, I couldn't swim in the pool at night by myself.
In the pool?
I'm not kidding.
I thought you were going to say ocean.
No, dude, the pool.
Damn.
Yeah.
Maybe not 15, maybe like 10. But I remember as a kid, like as a young kid, not wanting to be in the pool by myself at night because of that movie.
Yeah.
And like, obviously, yeah, there's no sharks in the pool,
Sure.
but what if like, I don't know, dude, what if?
There was a movie that my dad made me watch, and it was like, I think it was Arachnophobia. And there's a scene where the guy is sitting on the toilet and a little spider comes out from under the toilet and bites him in the ass and he dies.
That sucks.
And I held my shit for 6 days after. I was a little kid, but I remember I asked my mom about it again, and she's like, we were like considering taking you to the doctor because I was so afraid that something was going to come out of the toilet.
Dude, that really would be like, if there's like a whack way to die, it's like getting some weird infection
From a spider.
Yeah,
from a
that'd be
spider
like-
bite in your
Fuck
butthole
spiders,
while you're
dude.
trying to use the bathroom.
I hate spiders so much.
I hate spiders.
Do you remember
much.
when Mont had the she got her hand bit by a brown recluse while we were at Joyride Tacos in Phoenix, and it swelled up like this big. And I was just like, "You don't need to go to the doctor. You don't need to go."
They have to like drain it.
She had to go to the hospital. Yeah, we were at urgent care, and he's like, "You need to go to the hospital." And I was like, "Fuck."
It was for sure a brown recluse.
Yeah, it started swelling up and shit. It was like
my
we were in a
God.
restaurant eating, and then she's like, "Something just bit my hand." I was like, "No, you didn't."
Did any of you guys have scorpions in your houses growing up?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, all the time.
So the house I moved into when I was 7 years old, my dad remodeled the house, and he like when they took a part of the roof off, they found like a massive scorpion nest, and so from then on, like we had an infestation that like we could not fix.
Fuck that.
Until I was 18. But I've been stung by scorpions at least like 9 or 10 times. I got stung on the face when I was sleeping once. Stung me right here on the face. I've been stung. Yeah.
I've never gotten stung by one ever, but I've seen them a bunch. Just vacuum them right up.
Bro, they suck. It hurts. It's not fun.
I'm the only person in my family that hasn't. Because we used to have it. I remember one time we were kids, we were watching like Swiss Family Robinson or something. Is that what it's called? Where they're all like stranded on an island and there's animals everywhere.
Yeah.
And we turned the movie off. We turned the light on. There's this massive scorpion on the wall right next to it. And I literally felt like I was in Jumanji. I was like, the movie came real. Like there's fucking bugs everywhere in our house now. It was scary. But yeah, I think it's like an Arizona thing because our neighborhood, like our neighbor, they put in a pool. And as soon as they started digging, it was like from then on, we just had a ton of fucking scorpions all the time.
Yeah, we used to go out with that black light and
Like my whole childhood, it was normal. We had to shake our shoes before putting our shoes on.
Yeah.
That's how many scorpions we had in my house growing up.
Damn.
So like,
that'd be annoying.
Not only that, but we had this like stucco kind of tile in our kitchen, and there were stains on the tile that were literally like almost shapes of scorpions. So at night, you'd have to turn the lights on before you walk into the kitchen because, like, not kidding, like 5 out of 10 times there'd be a scorpion on the ground that you'd have to kill.
Damn.
Dude.
That was so whack.
I had the
That's
same
so freaky, bro.
I had the same kind of tile where it was just like it was like a fake marble texture or something, and you'd like squint and you'd be like, "Is that a scorpion?" And then you just take a big step, and then I remember doing that specifically once where I took a big step over one, and I was just like, "I'm just being dumb. Like it's not a scorpion." I went back and it was a fucking scorpion.
They move quick too.
We had a cat too, so cats are immune to scorpions.
Oh, nice.
Look, maybe
That's true.
That's true.
That's true. Koreans don't smell.
Well, they're
also.
always.
So I sometimes wake up in the middle of the night to get a snack, and my cat would just be swatting a scorpion back and forth across the ground because they could just hit them and play with them, and they're fine.
They eat them.
Yeah,
right? That's why it's like good to have cats around because they'll eat.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a cat guy.
I got 2 cats.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
I never had a nice cat growing up. Both the cats I
Same.
had growing up were assholes.
Yeah.
So I've never been a cat guy. But once in a while, I meet a nice cat, and I'm like, oh, I could maybe be a cat guy.
Yeah. I have one good one.
Dogs are better
bad
though.
one.
They just are.
You don't think so?
They require too much maintenance, man.
Yeah, cats are very
You don't
independent.
have to do shit with a cat.
Yeah.
Just make sure it has food and water.
Yeah. I have a homeless cat named Hank right now, and I feed him every now and then.
This guy like rescued a cat. It was like going blind.
That's nice. I like that.
And then now it's your cat.
Yes, it is my cat now. Her eye's a little fucked up, but she can see.
Wow.
Wow. How did you save a cat's vision?
I didn't do it. I just found her on the street and took her to the vet.
Oh.
Put some eye drops in.
Yeah. It's pretty easy fix. Oh shit, man. So let's get back to music. I knew it was gonna go like this, and that's why I wanted you guys on here because we have so much history. Like we could do this every week and never end of things to talk about. So you guys had just recently released a new project, right? Or you guys have a new one coming up?
Yeah, we just released like an EP called Future Nobody.
Hell yeah.
It's like 6 songs. We recorded, tracked it ourselves, all that jazz.
Heinrich mixed that one.
Yeah.
Our guitar
Dude, he's
player
doing
mixed
great.
it. Yeah, dude, he's great.
It's killing the game.
They sound great, yeah.
Thank you.
When you guys told me that, I remember when on the one that I had worked on you guys with, because I like co-wrote, is it 2 of them?
Yep.
Yeah. And you're like, Heinrich is gonna, Dylan Heinrich is their other guitarist. They're like, he's gonna mix it. And I was like, has he ever done that before? And you guys were like, not like officially on anything. I was like, dude, don't do that. Like, you know, I kept telling you. And then when I heard it, I was like, this kid is,
he's got it.
Yeah, he's good, man. He's good at everything.
Yeah, he can just like learn something and just fully understand it right away.
Yeah.
He's not really good at watching movies quietly though.
I was gonna say, like, when we were in that room, all you could hear Heinrich do was like, dude, oh my god, dude.
I made the mistake of putting on a Japanese horror film, a really good movie called The Wailing, and he read all of the subtitles out loud the entire movie for 2 hours, and I was just like, dude, stop. He's a really good mixing engineer though. So yeah, Future Nobody. You guys have some more?
Yeah, we are sitting on some new music. Not sure when we're gonna release it. We're writing some stuff, looking for shows. We just worked with Matt Keller again though on three new songs.
Yeah, we got 3 songs ready to go pretty much.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of when we want to put them out.
I heard them, dude. They sound great. I'm stoked on
Thanks,
it.
dude.
I want to do more writing with you guys. I had such a fun time. What did the official names become for that one?
There's On With It Then,
On With
and
It
then
Then.
Lyrics on Home. You helped us out with that.
Yeah,
And
just
then,
mostly vocal melody and lyric stuff help with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so fun to get to, like, that was the first time I started doing or the first time I ever did any kind of songwriting or lyric and melody help with people that weren't like my band.
mhm.
And so it was fun to try to do like an alternative rock band, something completely different for me.
It was like a first for us too, because like I like to collaborate, and so for us to, you know, have known you, that was cool. A cool experience to like. Yeah, I think you helped with the bass line too. On With It Then.
On With It Then.
Yeah,
because
that kinda started-
That started the entire song.
Yeah.
yeah, that one I went to your guys' rehearsal spot and it was just us 3, and we were just like, let's just try to write something.
Yeah.
And we came up with that.
Was it? Wow. You
I think-
brought the Moog too, right? Or was that a different time?
I think we used Pat's, one of his,
Yes.
or your Minilogue or something.
Yeah.
We actually used your Minilogue synth on our album Washed too. A lot of people don't know that.
Nice.
But you left it in the studio. I didn't know how to play keys, and I just did like 3 notes here and there. But yeah, I mean, we have so much history. Do you guys remember the Halloween show? That's one of my favorite shows we did together.
In Flag?
Yes.
In Flagstaff, where you guys dressed like women.
Spice Girls.
We were the Spice Girls.
And Andy wore a muumuu, like a old grandma dress. Dude, that night was so much fun.
Yeah, you guys were you guys old women, or what was your?
I often don't ever play drunk or like really drink that much in general. So I was pretty drunk at that show. And the pictures are so funny because I'm wearing a mullet wig, and you can see by my facial expressions during the show like how drunk I kind of was.
We went as white trash.
Okay, that's what it was.
But me and Stravers, there's videos of it somewhere. I'll try to find it to put it on there, but no promises.
That was a very fun night.
It was
that show was awesome.
I remember having a lot of fun with you guys. Every time we've played shows with you guys, it's really fun because we're just like all friends.
Yeah.
It's super fun.
Did we bring you guys out for your first out-of-state shows?
Yep.
Yeah. We did like a
Colorado.
small string of shows, right?
Colorado.
We did 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Where did we go? Denver?
Pueblo. And there's
Fort Collins
Fort
and
Collins.
Denver.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I
love that.
That was wild too.
I know. Once we became friends, every time we had any kind of show, I was just like, gotta put Barefoot on it. Because I just like that. That's like actually a bigger thing to talk about. But it's when you're in a smaller band and you're first starting out and you're trying to get people to like play shows with you, it's like half the battle is just becoming somebody that people want to be around. And so it's like, if I'm going to go on tour, I'm going to pick a band that I can see myself having a good time for the whole month on, and not
cool
being
hang.
like, if you're little bitches about everything, you're complaining all the time or this or that, and you're not like, you know, you guys like knew kind of like the role of where to be. You guys were never like taking our stuff or in our space or anything. And it was just like, that's how we became actual friends. And now it's like, whatever is mine is yours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, that's really important for young artists. I think if you're starting to go out there, is like, just make sure that you can be somebody that somebody wants to be around for a month. Like, you don't want a crowd, like, say you're opening up for a massive artist, say Atmosphere or something, and you want to be a rapper on an Atmosphere tour. If you go there and you're immediately walking up to them and tell them, I'm your biggest fan, like blah, 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 I've been listening to you forever. Like, they're not going to want to live with that for a month, you know?
Right.
So you be cool. Like when you know, be like, hey man, thank you for the show. Like, we're stoked on this. We're huge fans, and like leave it at that and just keep going. Cause you're not you don't want to make people uncomfortable, even if you're trying and you're truly genuinely like so excited to be a part of it. It's something about like, you want to make yourself able to be, I don't know.
I think 95% of it too was just that we didn't know what the fuck we were doing.
Yeah.
And you guys just like put us under your wing and you were just like, just come up and it'll be good. And we were like, all right. And here we are today.
It's cool how that's such a like never ending cycle because like obviously bands did that for us. Like the first big tour we did, it was with Dirty Heads, and they were very much so like, yo, you guys are little brothers. Like we're gonna like tell you when you're fucking up, and we're gonna tell you when you're doing something good, and you know you'll learn by just watching. You know, but that really is such a big one. I feel like over the years we've met so many talented, not only bands or artists, but also like people that work within the industry that might have like a lot of talent and they're like really good at what they do, but they suck to be around. And like, I would rather, I'm not kidding. Like I would rather bring someone out on the road that is like, doesn't have as high of a skill level, but they're very enjoyable to be around than someone that's like a little bit better, but is just like,
sure.
A buzzkill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I guarantee that's why we got as many tours as we did. Like Iration took us out like 3 times in a row
because we're just so cool. Because we're just like so cool.
But it's just like, yeah, I mean, but it's, they want to like, who are we going to spend our like 2 months every single day with? Because you know, we've been on tours with people and you're just like, fuck, I got to see this kid every fucking day for 2 months.
Right.
And just hear him complain about whatever, like, you know, the whole time. Like it can ruin the entire vibe of the entire tour if there's like a group that's off and like does not getting along with everyone. So I don't know.
Do you guys think that like playing shows over the years has helped you inside of the studio and like help you decide, I don't know, like approach your music from a different lens?
100%.
Yeah.
I would say lyrically, you know, I'm always looking for people to like, you know, absorb what I'm saying and like sing it back to me.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, certain things I've had to like pull back from just by being, I don't know, too wordy or something, or trying to get that hook or melody that people catch on to is something that like I've always been searching for. And then also just like he's really good at calling me out on like, you know, if I can't do it live, then don't try to do it like in production or something like that. So like, you know, we have a little bit more like yelling parts and stuff like that. And I'll have done it in production. And then when we start playing it live, I'm like, I don't know if I can hit this anymore.
Yeah. like this is like out.
In 30 minutes into a set, this song shows up and I'm like gassed. You know what I mean? The newest EP, or actually, let me ask you this: for all the previously released music that you guys have out, are there any songs you've made that like actually like years later relate to you and the situation you're in life almost better than the time you had written it? That's a good question.
The only reason I ask is because we're like experiencing that with some Katastro stuff now,
right?
And I wonder, like, I feel like often times like artists will like write a song and then like it'll make so much sense like a year later like why that song was written.
Yeah. I mean, I feel
that's
like
a weird that's like a pretty specific question, but
no, I get it. Like I feel like any song can do that at any point of your life, you know, like you could just be writing it to be a fun song or something, and then later in life you're like, oh wow, like
this like really hits right now.
Yeah, this one hits right now or something like that. So I get it.
When you write your lyrics, or I guess what's your guys' normal writing process, I guess?
Over the years, it's been like, I don't want to say we're a jam band, but like we'll just kind of like start playing something and try to lock in on like, I don't know, 4 bars of something. And and you're doing it live in a room, right? You got the PA set up. I think it's rad you guys do that because that's how we started doing things.
Yeah.
But we've had to adapt though. I think we're starting to kind of think outside of the box and kind of over the years of knowing you guys and seeing how you guys write and seeing other artists write, it's kind of like the approach that we want to take moving forward, just because I feel like writing music now is easier that way than trying to like sit and adapt an idea that not everyone's on the same page right in that single moment, you know? But when you lay something down, you know, put the paint on the canvas, then everyone starts seeing the picture, and then from there, like move forward with it. So
yeah, when you record the stuff and you have something solidified, even if it's just demos or looping or whatever, everyone can go back, listen, kind of see, do I want to play this here? Do I want to play that?
Yeah.
And that kind of is how we've been doing it a little bit as of lately.
Yeah.
But before it was just kind of like, all right, write verse on the board. Here's the riff. Let's jam it.
Yeah. I think there's a time and a place for either of those.
Right.
You know, I think we do both, but obviously we really like the tracking. Like, okay, I think, you know, we're all kind of just, I usually grab like a bass or keys or something, put my headphones on. I just as quickly as I can come up with like a bass line that I'm like, all right, I think this actually has potential.
Yeah.
And then we'll just track that, and then we'll write guitar to that to fit that, and then we'll write drums to fit that, or drums first, or whatever order. But you're always stacking things, and they tend to like fit better together that way. But then there's also times where we're trying to write jams, or we want like a bridge or like a bigger part. It's like having all of us in the room just messing around. Like sometimes you get gold out of it, because that's like the true essence of being a fucking band, is you jam and come up with something cool,
not
and then
in
you
front
put
of
it
a
out.
computer. And
I think it's different for bands too. You know what I mean? It's like you guys are a band that has more like, you know, different drum parts and all these different kind of things that like sometimes just looping something doesn't do the job.
Right.
You know what I mean? Are there any, if this is too specific to you, don't answer, it's fine. But are there any like specific themes lyrically, or like things that you're like expressing that's like an overarching theme on the new project that you guys just put out, or like things that inspired the songs?
I would say recently, no. I've never known ever how to like, you know, explain what I'm writing about. It's just kind of like in the moment feeling, just, and hopefully, you know, eventually maybe someone connects to it in a certain way, like we were talking. But in the past, we wrote that album the whole year in, and that was kind of based off of like the COVID situation. So like those lyrics, I think, pertain to, you know,
just kind of being stuck.
Yeah, solitude and, you know, not knowing where the world is going, stuff like that. But recently, I think it was just, I don't know, you just
different theme per song. I don't know if they all kind of intertwined into one specific theme.
Right. There's no like, there's
sure.
no specific theme, just kind of.
It's always interesting to me when we finish a project where like we will not even have that in mind at all.
Right.
And like accidentally at the end, sometimes it will all come together and be like, oh, these are like actually kind of like all weirdly connected, but we didn't intend them to be in the beginning.
Right.
They just like sometimes end up feeling like, oh, this is like all a project that fits.
I feel like you like fall on that creatively eventually.
It's so cool to me when that happens, because it's like a happy, almost like mistake or something. And then you know, like, all right, we're missing one song. Like there's still a song we're missing, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I never have like the lyrics. I mean, there's been occasions when I have like a line set up and then I'm like singing to the guitar or something, but most of the time I'm just yelling gibberish and trying to figure out those like melodies and stuff. And then later, once we have kind of like a little bit of a blueprint of the song, then I'm going through and being like, what was I yelling there or something? And I'm just trying to adapt a word to it. And then that's where like the story or concept or theme.
Do you write the lyrics last minute? Like,
not last minute,
because Andy was like,
I'm not very top of. Yeah,
Andy would be like day up.
Like, oh my god, when he wrote on Chemicals Unknown for us with Keller, I remember the first time being shocked at like seeing someone work that way. They walked in,
chaos.
They pulled out like a notepad with a Sharpie and they just looped the part that we wanted Andy to rap on. And I was just in the kitchen like shooting tequila or something, and he was just like, he just started spitting. And I was just like, and I had sent him the song earlier, so I don't know if he had worked on it before, but he walked in there.
I can almost guarantee you he didn't.
He walked in and I was like, this is sounding so fucking awesome. And so, and that's like literally still to this day, one of our best, most played songs on Spotify.
Yeah. And that's why I asked you that question too. Like there's no right or wrong way to do it. Like there's so many different artists that write in different ways. Like some people need to be by themselves and have like focused time.
Right.
And like they like to write it in advance. And then, yeah, like Andy was on that other side of the spectrum of wanting to just like, he just wanted whatever he's feeling at that moment to be like what's coming through, or we'd be helping too. Like there'd be a lot of times where like collectively like throwing ideas and concepts at him. But it's interesting to me how different artists write and like how it comes out of them. And I don't know.
Well, for us, it was the first time we're having someone, I think it's the only, we have 2 features, but it was the first time we had someone featuring on a song. And then second of all, like I don't rap. So like, it was like, I don't know what to do here. Like we need someone to come in and like lay something down. So he came in and it was the coolest experience.
Nice.
Yeah.
So do you guys have any shows or anything coming up you guys want to plug before we wrap this episode up?
Yeah, we have a show coming up on May 6th at Rebel Lounge with an artist called Red Leather, as well as the New Royals. It's also my birthday.
Wow.
So that Monday it's a birthday show for anyone who wants to come out.
It's my birthday the next week, so let's
go.
It's our birthday shows. Let's go.
Nice.
I'll be there.
Hey, Rebel Lounge is a really fun venue, man.
Love playing it.
Yeah. It's I've been to a couple shows there recently.
Yeah.
And the sound is usually pretty awesome, and yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's a cool spot.
Yeah, he did a really good job with that spot. I was just talking to him last week at the
Steve?
Yeah.
The Black Keys.
The Black Keys thing. Where I didn't see any of the Black Keys really. I just listened to riffs and stood in a beer line for an hour.
Oh yeah, that was a interesting show, festival. What do you call that?
I don't know. I'm over free thing. Like free events are hard to.
There's too many out of towners.
Too many people. But anyways, I think that we can wrap that one up here. We definitely want to have you guys back though. This is a lot of fun.
Cool.
Hell yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Barefoot, ladies and
Do you
gentlemen.
want to go grab a beer?
Yeah.
All right.